Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something really special, something many people know quite well, actually, the Hanuman Chalisa.
You hear it everywhere, don't you? In temples, homes,
Yeah.
it's deeply ingrained.
Exactly. You've probably heard it chanted, maybe even chanted it yourself, but what if there's like another layer to it?
Another layer. How do you mean?
Well, what if this incredible ancient hymn isn't just devotional poetry, but maybe holds a kind of hidden um, practical guide?
A guide for manifestation, for
Yeah.
achieving our goals.
Yeah, like a blueprint hidden in plain sight for, shaping our reality, getting what we desire.
That's a really intriguing idea. It touches on belief, psychology, maybe even those subtle energies people talk about.
Right. So that's what this deep dive is about. We're going to unpack some key verses from the Chalisa.
And try to see how these, ancient words might actually offer some very real tools for living today, for reaching our aspirations.
Exactly. We want to explore the power packed into these lines
Yeah.
and maybe offer some, fresh ways to think about them.
Fresh perspectives on how they could potentially help navigate challenges and move towards what you really want in life.
Okay, great. So let's jump in. First big idea, this link between bhakti devotion and focused attention. Real focus.
Yes, that's central.
It comes through so strongly in that verse. Like Hanuman's, Rama's messenger, this like abode of immense, incomparable strength.
And what's key there, I think, is that his strength isn't just, random superpowers. It's explicitly tied to his devotion to Rama.
Ah, okay. So the devotion is the source.
The verse strongly suggests that his unwavering dedication, that complete focus on Rama, that's where the the incomparable strength comes from.
Right, right. It's like
Yeah.
all his energy is channeled, laser focused through that devotion. Makes him incredibly effective.
Exactly.
It makes you think of modern concepts like athletes being in the zone,
The flow state, yeah.
or even that spiritual idea of dhyana, deep meditation, total absorption.
That's a great connection. In flow, in dhyana, your mental energy just zeroes in. Distractions vanish. Your power to act, to intend, it amplifies massively.
So thinking about our own goals, maybe a dream job, better health, or just, more peace,
Yeah.
without that kind of concentrated energy.
Your efforts get scattered, right? It's like diffuse sunlight. Pleasant, maybe, but it doesn't have the power to, say, start a fire.
But focus it with a magnifying glass.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Then you get intensity. Hanuman's example shows that overcoming obstacles, which always come up, requires that kind of dedicated, unwavering focus, like that magnifying glass.
Not absolute commitment. So the Chalisa, right from the get-go, is kind of pointing to this foundational step. Cultivate intense focus through devotion.
Devotion to your goal, to the process, to a higher ideal whatever, provides that anchor for your focus.
It's a foundation. Focused energy, fueled by belief, that's what creates change.
Absolutely. That seems to be the first key.
Okay, so we've got focus through devotion. Let's move to the second big idea.
Yeah.
Internal alignment. Getting our inner world lined up.
Yes, the harmony within.
This comes from so those who bring their mind, actions, and speech into focus on Hanuman, they're freed from troubles.
The emphasis here is really striking, isn't it? Mind, man, actions, karma, and speech, vachan. All three need to be aligned, brought into concert.
It's not just thinking it or saying it?
No, it's about coherence. If your thoughts, words, and deeds are pulling in different directions, you create, friction, blockages.
Oh, yeah, I think we can all relate to that. You want to start a business, let's say, but your thoughts are full of doubt. Can I really do this? And maybe your actions are hesitant.
Yeah.
You're not really acting like a business owner yet.
That's a perfect example. The mind wants one thing, but the internal chatter, the vachan directed inwards maybe, and the karma, the actions, are lagging or contradicting. That's misalignment.
It creates resistance, like you said.
Internal resistance, exactly. It's like driving with the handbrake on.
But then think about Hanuman again. His thoughts, words, actions, all completely unified in service to Rama. No internal conflict there.
Zero conflict, total integrity of purpose. And that, the verse suggests, is what frees one from sankat, from troubles and difficulties.
So the power lies in achieving that internal coherence, when what we think, say, and do are all pointing the same way towards our goal.
Yes. It's like you become internally consistent. The doubts quiet down, the actions flow naturally from the intention. It makes you, well, much more powerful and effective, almost unstoppable, as the outline put it.
It generates this strong forward momentum, doesn't it?
Definitely. It's embodying the goal from the inside out. That's the power of alignment.
Okay, fascinating. So focus first, then alignment.
Mhm.
What's next? Let's talk about the third idea, the power of sound itself, Vakshakti.
The power of the word or sacred sound.
The verse that really captures this is Troubles cease, all suffering vanishes for those who remember the mighty Hanuman.
It's a bold claim, isn't it? That simply remembering, simply sumaran, which implies recitation or chanting too, can alleviate pain and remove obstacles.
It sounds almost magical to a modern ear, maybe. But then you think about, I don't know, quantum physics talking about everything being vibration.
Exactly. That's a helpful way to frame it. Science is increasingly understanding the vibrational nature of reality. And in spiritual traditions, mantras have always been seen as tools. Tools to shift your inner frequency.
So chanting Hanuman isn't just saying a name.
Well, according to this perspective, no. When you chant it with devotion, with that focused intention we discussed, you're consciously tuning yourself. You're trying to resonate with the qualities Hanuman embodies: strength, courage, clarity, devotion.
You're aligning your own inner vibration with those specific qualities.
Precisely. You're using the sound as a vibrational key, if you will, to unlock those states within yourself.
And the idea is that this internal shift in vibration can then actually influence your external reality, help clear the path, ease the suffering.
That's the principle. Creating an inner resonance that attracts or allows for corresponding shifts externally. It's using sound actively for transformation.
Wow, okay. Focus, alignment, vibration.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the fourth idea. And this feels really, really central, faith and surrender.
Ah, yes. This is crucial.
It's right there at the very start of the Chalisa. Considering myself basically devoid of intellect, I remember Hanuman, the son of the wind.
The humility in that opening line is just stunning. Tulsidas, the poet, starts by acknowledging his own limitations. He's not saying he knows everything or can control everything.
He's saying, I recognize I don't have all the answers, so I turn to this higher power, this source of strength and wisdom.
Exactly. He consciously remembers and, in that remembrance, surrenders to Hanuman. It's an admission of limits and an act of trust.
And it seems like that act, that surrender, is actually key to the whole manifestation thing. It's not about forcing.
No, quite the opposite. Surrender, in this context, isn't about giving up. It's not passive resignation. It's about releasing the need to control everything, the ego's insistence on micromanaging.
Letting go of the how.
Yes, letting go of the how, trusting the process, trusting that there's a larger intelligence or energy at play that you can align with.
Because when we try too hard, when we grip too tightly, we create tension, right? We resist the natural flow.
Absolutely. That resistance blocks the very energy we're trying to access. Surrender dissolves that resistance. It allows you to enter that state of flow we talked about earlier.
So surrender leads to flow.
It seems to be the doorway. Manifestation, from this viewpoint, isn't effortful pushing. It's effortless allowing. It's aligning and then flowing with the current. Faith provides the trust. Surrender opens the channel.
That makes so much sense. It's less about muscling through and more about aligning and allowing.
That appears to be the deeper secret, yes. Faith plus surrender equals flow.
Okay, let's just quickly recap. We've got focus through devotion, aligning mind, word, action using sound vibration, and now faith and surrender leading to flow.
Taken together, it's a really holistic approach, isn't it? Drawing from the Chalisa's wisdom for potentially shaping our reality.
It really is. Now, talking about all this is one thing, but we thought it might be helpful to try and experience a little bit of this energy directly.
A practical application, good idea.
So let's shift into a short guided meditation. We'll try to weave these principles together and connect with that, well, that Hanuman energy.
Okay. So if you're somewhere you can do this safely and comfortably, just find a nice seated position, chair, floor, whatever works, and gently allow your eyes to close.
Let's just start by taking a couple of slow, deep breaths. Breathing in deeply through your nose. Feel your chest, your belly expand, and then exhale slowly through your mouth, just letting go of any tightness.
Let's do that again. Deep breath in, filling up, and a long, slow breath out, releasing.
Yeah, one more time. Breathe in calm and breathe out any tension.
Good. Now just allow your awareness to turn inward. And in your mind's eye, begin to form an image or maybe just a feeling of Hanuman.
See him or sense him, however, feels natural for you. Maybe strong, maybe radiant, maybe just a feeling of benevolent power. Feel his presence, powerful yet kind.
And as you hold the sense of Hanuman, imagine his energy beginning to infuse your own being, like light filling a room.
Feel his strength entering your body. Maybe feel a sense of stability, groundedness. Feel his clarity entering your mind, dissolving any fog or confusion. And feel his courage filling your heart, that quiet, steady fearlessness. Just allow yourself to receive these qualities.
Now gently bring to mind your heart's desire, something you truly wish to manifest. See it clearly. Imagine it as if it's already happened. What does it look like, feel like, taste like? Let yourself really feel the joy, the satisfaction of its accomplishment.
Now, silently, in your own heart, state this desire as an accomplished fact. Use positive, present tense language. I am. I have. Feel the truth of it resonate deep within you.
And now, let's softly introduce the mantra. Hanumate Nama. You can repeat it silently to yourself or whisper it if you like. Hanumate Nama. Feel the vibration of this sound connecting you, aligning you.
Hanumate Nama. And as you continue with the mantra, let these affirmations echo within you. I am focused. My intention is clear.
I am aligned. My thoughts, words, and actions flow together towards my goal.
I am fearless. I embrace my path with courage. Keep repeating the mantra, resting in these affirmations. Hanumate Nama.
Just stay with this feeling for another moment or two, this space of strength, clarity, alignment, and trust, feeling the energy supporting you, knowing your desire is held in this field of potential.
Okay. When you feel ready, no rush. Just gently begin to bring your awareness back to the feeling of your body, back to the sounds around you.
Take one more deep, centering breath in, and as you exhale, slowly, gently, you can open your eyes. Maybe carry some of that feeling with you.
Yeah, try to hold on to that sense of focus, that connection, as you move back into your day. Remember what we talked about, that Hanuman energy, that strength, that clarity. It's not just in a story. It's a potential within you.
It's accessible. And if you felt even a small shift just now, maybe ask yourself, how can I bring these principles, that focus, that alignment using sound, that sense of surrender and trust, how can I bring them into my life today?
Even in small ways.
Exactly. What's one small intentional step I can take, guided by this wisdom, to move towards what I truly desire?
Like a wonderful question to ponder. Thank you so much for exploring this with us today, this deep dive into the Hanuman Chalisa's hidden dimensions.
It was a pleasure. Until next time.